So before we start talking about the Library of Congress subject headings in particular, I'd like to talk a little bit about, in general, why do we use subject headings and why are they useful? Well, there are a couple of reasons that they're useful. They allow patrons to search for books on a specific topic. You can do a subject search in most library catalogs. So for example, if someone's searching for knitting, they will get a list of all the books about knitting in the collection, which in this case is 283. Subject headings also allow users to find books similar to ones that they've already identified as being ones that they're interested in. So for example, this book is about Eleanor Roosevelt, and if somebody wanted to find more books about Eleanor Roosevelt, they could consult the subjects in the record and click the link and be taken to all of the library's books about Eleanor Roosevelt. And this is probably a more common way that subject headings are used. I don't think necessarily patrons all the time start with a subject heading, but they do often end up being useful to navigate the catalog once you've found one item that you're interested in. And so some people think that subject headings are not as relevant now that we're not using card catalogs anymore. They think that now that we have keyword searches, why do we need to use these terms from controlled vocabularies? And I feel that both keyword searches and subject searches are useful. They can be used in different ways. Patrons will need to use them in different situations, but I think that they can be used to complement each other nicely. For example, a keyword search is a good way to start your search. It's because it's a more flexible type of search option. The patrons don't have to know the specialized term from the controlled vocabularies. They can just put in the search term in their own natural language. And so a good way to start a search is with a keyword search. For example, let's say that you were interested in putting in an in-ground swimming pool in your backyard. And so you started looking in the library catalog with the search term of swimming pools, just in the general keyword search. And you'd get a lot of results, but here's where you might realize that a subject search can be useful because it's more specific and it can help you narrow down your search, because a lot of these search results don't really relate to your topic. For example, you'll see that one of them is The Beach House, which is a novel by Jane Green. And when you click through to the results, to the actual record for the item, you'll see that the phrase swimming pools is not in the title, it's not in the subject headings, it's just mentioned in the publisher's summary, and it really isn't an essential part of the resource. So this is not what you're looking for. Let's go back to our results, and another option is a book called Championship Swimming, and it seems to be about improving your swimming technique and ways to become a better swimmer. And if you look at the record for this item, you'll see that the word swimming is a subject heading, and the word pools is mentioned in the table of contents, but it's not really a book about swimming pools. So this is a way in which keyword searches can help you find something that's not really what you're looking for, and it will be useful to switch to a subject search. Now, one of the other results is a complete guide to planning, building, buying, maintaining in-ground swimming pools, which sounds like exactly what you're looking for. And if you look at the record for this one, you'll see that swimming pools is in fact a subject heading. So now that you've identified a book that you're interested in, as I was saying before, you can use the subject headings to find more similar books that are on your specific topic and don't just happen to have the word swimming pool somewhere in the record. And so if you do click on that swimming pool subject heading, you'll see that there are 14 other books with the subject heading swimming pools. And these look much more like what you're looking for. They're books about designing swimming pools or putting swimming pools in your yard. And so this, I think, will end up being a much more fulfilling search. So, as you can see, keyword searches have their purpose and subject headings have their purpose. And I think it's important to provide both types of access for our library patrons.